Some residents in Arvin have been raising concerns, claiming that the city attorney has been overcharging the city. I'm Priscilla Lara, your neighborhood reporter, and now Mayor Olivia Calderon says she is doing her part to ensure that the city is being mindful when using its taxpayer dollars.
We haven't approved this invoice at this point. However, again, I'm the new mayor here, and I know that the city has hired us to do our due diligence and to be able to get clarity on whether we are spending our taxpayer dollars.
At Tuesday's City Council meeting, Mayor Olivia Calderon mentioned to hold off on signing payment for City Attorney Nathan Hodges.
I had the opportunity to meet with the city attorney, and so
As the new mayor, Calderon says she is listening to public concerns about high payments made to Hodges, and she questions some of his billings to the city. According to the city manager, Jeff Jones, the city's budget for legal services is about $240,000. When it comes to Hodges' services, Jones says,
For the last 12 months, the total amount paid was $414,062. But I'm going to say it's like about 150-160% of budget.
so I'm asking for this to be tabled.
Though Mayor Calderon did not discuss what items on the invoice she had questions about, she requested to delay the payment of his invoice until she discussed those charges with the city attorney, a request that Vice Mayor Susana Reyes was not fully convinced of.
But at the end of the day, we also have bills to pay. So I was just thinking, if you are okay with certain items, why not pay him?
In a statement to 23ABC, Reyes added in part, quote, "The city attorney's check has been held since January 2nd. In the long run, this practice could damage the city's operational efficiency and create a cycle of deficiency and mistrust between the city and its vendors," end quote. As a result, the city council voted to delay paying the charges Calderon had questions about until she discusses those charges with the city attorney.
Although Arvin has never had this before, I'll admit, what would happen then is it would go back to the city council and they would vote to determine whether or not to pay that particular item. So it would be ultimately be to the decision of the council on to pay an item or not.
So with that, if there's no other comments or questions.
At the meeting, Calderon also directed the city manager to begin a request for proposal process to hire a full-time city attorney. According to her, in 2021, the city adopted a resolution and hired Hodges as an interim city attorney, a period that the resolution says was not to exceed 6 months or until a permanent city attorney was hired. Since the city has not gone through that process, Calderon asked that action be taken to hire a full-time permanent city attorney. 23ABC reached out to Hodges for a comment on both items discussed at the meeting, but have not received a response by news time. Calderon says she plans on meeting with both the city attorney and the vice mayor early next week to discuss her questions. For 23ABC, I'm Priscilla Lara, your neighborhood reporter.